Well, Hansi Flick is the new coach of Barcelona. New coach? A breath of fresh air for the squad. The German top manager could take the Catalans to a whole new level. Today, we will talk about players who may become absolute monsters under the new coach's guidance. Here we go! You'll be especially touched by our bonus pick, one that all Barça fans will find very satisfying. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has been representing the club since the summer of 2014 and has always remained at the top level. The 2018-19 season saw Blaugrana supporters calling the German Messi in goal, but after that, the goalkeeper's peak was over. He began to flop more and more often during important matches, hardly saving his side in tough situations. The most notable case is the one with Ter Stegen becoming a meme after that legendary tie against Hansi Flick's Bayern Munich. In other words, one of the coach's main tasks will be to restore the number one's confidence. Luckily, among the assistants the German is gonna bring to Barcelona will be the legendary Bayern goalkeeping coach Toni Tapalovic, the man responsible for transforming Manuel Neuer into a monster. So, Barça fans, you may expect a pleasant surprise in the form of a super version of Ter Stegen. Hansi Flick will coach the monster he created. This tweet has collected 59,000 likes, and it says a lot. In fact, Barça fans are very excited about the partnership between the two, and Ronald could indeed emerge as one of the new manager's key performers. Flick wants to play an aggressive style with a high defensive line, where speed is a must-have. By the way, if the German coach also manages to teach the Uruguayan beast something about keeping his temper in check on the football pitch, the world of football may get one of the best center-backs in the history of the number one game. But hey, there's still a lot of work to do. Pau Cubarsí is one of the main discoveries at the end of this season. Xavi fully trusted the talented youngster, and he repaid the coach all 200%. Will Flick treat yesterday's La Masia graduate the same way? Yes, yes, and yes. The 17-year-old centre-back's profile is perfect for pairing with Araujo. While Ronald is not too convincing in the build-up, Cubarsí is a genius in these aspects of the game. Quick transition to attacking phase will be crucial for the newly minted Blaugrana coach, so Pau's passing could prove to be an even more formidable weapon than it was under Xavi. Honestly, after a bright 2022-23 campaign, Alejandro Balde lost a lot of steam. He was only a pale shadow of himself, especially after suffering an injury in January that sidelined him for the rest of the season. Bringing back the best version of Barcelona's Alphonso Davies has to be a top priority for Hans-Dieter Flick's coaching staff. Balde's explosiveness is similar to the likes of Davies, whom Flick obviously endeared in his time at Bayern. He is already an outstanding athlete, but Flick will definitely take him to another level physically. To put it simply, Barça enthusiasts, be sure to stock up on popcorn because it'll definitely be fun to watch. The quality that Gavi and Pedri have at their ages is fantastic. They have developed very well in Barcelona these last 2 years. Noted Hansi Flick in 2022, while fans are now tweeting things like this, or even this. Hype is unreal to say the least. Now it's 2024, and if Gavi was gaining fantastic form under Xavi, being the best player in team in the fall of the season, when an unfortunate injury knocked him out until October this year, then Pedri's situation is quite opposite. A strong season in 2022-23 was followed by a disastrous one this year, with the Spaniard again getting plagued by injuries. If Flick can hone Pedri's physique, he will become a real monster. I'm hyped about Hansi Flick managing Gavi. He will turn him into a force they can't stop. That's what fans are writing on social media, and we can't help but agree with these expectations. Frenkie de Jong under Hansi Flick. No one is ready. He will turn into a war machine. Barcelona supporters write despite rumors of the Dutchman's possible departure this summer. Hansi Flick has always admired Frenkie and his ability to quickly shift the game from defense to attack. Therefore, in case de Jong refuses to quit the Spanish Giants, we could see an even brighter side of the 27-year-old midfielder, a much faster and more explosive one. Who knows? Maybe Barcelona enthusiasts will finally see the best version of Frenkie de Jong. Fermin Lopez is the other Barça monster that Xavi Hernandez was able to improve. At the end of the season, the guy proved his worth as the regular main roster player and was able to reach 11 goals mark during the season. Fermin is a proper goal-scoring midfielder. At 21, he has insane instincts, has technique to carry and link up, and is a hard worker, ready to be a player that can impact in top games coming from the bench. Hansi Flick's Müller. These analysis from a blogger who goes by the nickname Daniel perfectly illustrates the expectations for Fermin with Flick in charge. Believe it or not, but he can actually grow into a valuable performer and reach a new high under the new boss. Here's Lamine Yamal after a few training sessions led by the team's new manager. Expectations from the cooperation between the Barcelona Diamond and Flick are huge. Since Yamal managed to deliver 7 goals and 10 assists last season, while he was basically only adapting to playing at the professional level, everyone hopes to see the new monstrous form of Barça and Spain star in the next campaign. In Flick's team, the goal-scoring right-winger profile has always been heavily focused on, so we can be sure that the main accent in Yamal's training will be on finishing. This particular skill is not yet properly developed by the young beast. Lewandowski, Koundé and Gundogan after rumors of Flick's appointment to Barça. This tweet recently tore up social media. It was under Hans-Dieter's tenure that Robert demonstrated the best football in his career. It was under the German's guidance that the Pole was supposed to take his first Ballon d'Or award in the 2019-20 season, but you know what prevented it from happening. Xavi intended to offload Lewandowski at the end of the season, which was against the plans of Laporta and Flick, who will certainly count on the goal machine. Robert Lewandowski averaged 1.1 goals per game under Hansi Flick at Bayern. In August, the striker will turn 36, but preparing for the next season with a new coach and new emotions may give us an unforgettable last dance from Lewandowski. Flick's style of football, which will be focused on target men, promises a lot of goals from Levy. From Barça, they have the feeling that Vitor Roque's situation could be completely different with Hansi Flick's arrival. The board and Flick have discussed the topic, Fabrizio Romano reports. There was no trace of cheerful enthusiasm that accompanied Vitor Roque upon his arrival at Barcelona. The player failed to impress Xavi and received very little playing minutes, which caused a storm, which was eventually stirred up by the striker's agent, who threatened to leave the club permanently. The arrival of a new coach can rapidly change the whole picture. Flick's football style is built on speed and runs into free spaces, something the 19-year-old Brazilian has no problem with. Vitor could be a key player in the squad rotation with no need to go on a one-season loan. One of the miracles Barcelona fans expect to see after Flick's arrival is the revival of Ansu Fati's career. His loan to Brighton was no success, as the player suffered from many old injury relapses and was unable to come back to the top level, although showing a rather promising start of the season. I need Hansi Flick to give us this version of Ansu Fati again. That's how the Catalans fans' hopes generally sound like. There are even tweets comparing him to the legendary Samuel Eto'o. Sure thing, Flick and his coaching staff are doing a great job at preparing players for the season and keeping them fit throughout it. But in Fati's case, only a real miracle can help. His injuries are too frequent, and the most likely option for him is to go on another loan, this time to his boyhood club Sevilla. We would be more than happy to be wrong about Ansu, since Barça always needed the best version of this beast. Among other things, one of Flick's duties will involve the proper integration of promising talents from the Barcelona Academy into the first team, and we may make a separate video about that. Hit the like button if you want to see more related content from our team. Guys, what do you think of it? Which players will Hansi Flick be able to bring to the next level? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to our channel and check out the other videos we recommend. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.